Hello, and welcome to the latest edition of the Gene Center podcast. I'm your host, Tega, and I'm joined by my regular co-host on the show, Edmund Oris, Ronaldo Tormentor, and what are his other popular names. Oris, how are you doing?
Well, Tega, I'm good. I'm a little bit under the weather. I'm having catarrh. For a while now, so. But I'm good. Other than that, I'm good. Oh, I have body pain, like serious body pain. Like my whole body hurts. But I'm good.
Did you party today?
Party call. I didn't party. I didn't want to go to church. I've been at home because I'm just tired. But I'm alright. I should sleep it off.
All right, I think your health and Barcelona's form is kind of reflecting. It's kind of interchanging in the way you feel, because it's been a toughy and rocky past few weeks for your club. First of all, an embarrassing loss to Levante, followed by a boring draw with Slavia Praha. Then Messi turned up the magic for you guys yesterday. Two very beautiful free kicks. World-class performance as still to expect from Messi. How did yesterday's performance go for you?
Well, it's the same thing we've been saying, basically, really. It's not a happy situation. The loss to Levante was poor. You understand? It was we considered 3 goals in 8 minutes and just lost it. And in the second half, it's like the players had no desire to even get. Normally, before when Barca they are losing, you get this feeling that they will come back. You always have this feeling. But against Levante, you knew they were never going to come back. According to Arsene Wenger. Yes, I said they never felt like they were going to come back into the game. Then against Slavia Prague, they were poor. No clear-cut chances. Okay, Messi had a couple, but the goalkeeper was in inspired form. So, but even against Celta Vigo, yes, the scoreline was 4-1 and Messi performed his magic. But as a proper team, with a good coach, just like Chelsea, for example, there is no star player. Everybody there is no irreplaceable player. You understand what I'm saying? It's a system that works. Everybody knows their role. Anybody can leave and anybody can come in. It's what Pep does. It's what big managers do. It's what Klopp is doing with Liverpool. Yes, I agree. Yeah. You can have individual players that can stand out like Liverpool, Mane and Salah and Firmino, but they will win their games without those people. Funny enough, they will win their against Barca when they won Barca 4-0. Salah did not play. Firmino did not play. And they performed magic. Yes, but with Barcelona, it's almost like everybody is waiting for, if Messi doesn't perform, then there's no system. The system is hope on Messi's magic, and it will work for most of the time until it doesn't work like it did it against Liverpool and against Roma. You understand? There needs to be a defined system, and it's very sad because this is Vavadi's 3rd season, and we should be getting better. We should be progressing, not regressing. We're getting worse by the week. You understand? And he has to go. We have been saying it since. Well, he's not going to go, so we'll have to deal with it. But really, I'm not happy. Messi just papers over the cracks and just makes everybody think, but without Messi in that game yesterday, we don't win. You understand? Without Messi, definitely we don't win. So, guy, I can't be happy with the situation. It is what it is, apparently. So we just have to deal with it.
Well, I get that, but there's this, because obviously you guys signed Griezmann, big money transfer from Atletico Madrid, and he hasn't. I think there's a problem with, like you said, something about there's no identity with your team. He should actually be performing for the amount of money they spent on him. It means that he's being played off position, or there's even a rumor on Twitter going around that there's an agenda Messi doesn't want to pass to Griezmann, which I think is BS. But at the same time, Griezmann has not been shooting enough cylinders. So what's happening with him in particular?
Griezmann hasn't turned up because obviously the system that the coach is playing doesn't suit everybody. You understand? It doesn't even suit Messi, but because it's Messi, you can't keep him down for so long. Messi is a player that doesn't really rely. Okay, look at the coaches that Messi has had to deal with all through his career. Apart from Pep, every other coach has not gone on to amount to anything. I'm sorry. Okay, Luis Enrique was at Celta Vigo and Roma before. You understand? After he left Barca, coach Spain for a while before he resigned, but nothing serious. God knows where he is. Villanova is dead. May so rest in peace. But look at Valverde now. You understand? But what am I saying? What am I saying is Messi does not need a good coach, or is Messi will perform. But for other players, you need to design. That's what was saying. Boiling back to the same thing. It's the same thing that happened with Coutinho. You need a system that brings out the best in your players. If not, they will struggle. Griezmann is struggling. You understand? You are playing him on the left-hand side. He's a left footer. How do you play a left footer on the left? I've never seen it. Okay, only Pep that does it with Sané. And he does it so well because he creates so many chances. Sané is always, you understand? But Valverde, you are not Pep. You don't have, I don't know what the plan is exactly. So, guy, Coutinho struggle. We thought it was Coutinho, but people that knew better that the system wasn't favoring him, you understand? So Messi is just the only one that works with the system. The rest, Coutinho is struggling. Okay, Otto was very good yesterday. Otto was good. I think De Jong was good. Busquets was good when he came in. But for the front, Dembele had flashes of brilliance, but Griezmann is struggling because they are playing him out of position. In the first half, he played. See, to tell you that the coach just don't know what he's doing. First half, he played him and took him back to the left wing. I don't understand. Dembele is two-footed. He can play very well on the right wing. Why don't you play Dembele there and play Griezmann in the middle, then leave Messi on the right? You understand? Or play 4-2-3-1. Play 4-2-3-1. Play Griezmann there, Messi there, then or play Messi behind Griezmann or Griezmann behind. Anyhow, just look for something. Not because it's obviously not working. It has never worked since the beginning of the season. Griezmann's best performance for the club has come when he was playing as centre forward. You understand? So, guys, see, Valverde, I don't time for that guy. Man, a clown, better clown.
But just to round up on Barcelona now, we're looking at the available options now. Let's say he's sacked miraculously before the international break ends. Who comes in? Because only we have Wenger available, Mourinho available, Allegri available. I don't think there's any other top coach. Obviously, Enrique will not come back to Barcelona. I don't think so. So, out of these options, now who do you prefer?
I think out of these options, nobody, to be honest. But who I want, and I think who a lot of Barcelona fans want, is the Ajax manager. You understand? He has done wonders. He has done wonders with the Ajax squad. They should be able to do something very good with Barcelona. But maybe they can't get him. I don't know. Mourinho is a no-no. I'm sorry. Mourinho is a no-no. Mourinho will come and destroy our club more. So no, I think Wenger won't be bad. Let's be honest. I think Wenger will be bad. I think he will get Barcelona playing well. I don't know. But for me, if they can't get him, or Xavi is doing good work in Saudi Arabia. We could get him. You guys have Lampard, and Lampard is doing. I think Lampard is an option.
I saw your tweet about Lampard. You can go to bed with that opinion.
Okay.
Let's speak on your rivals, Real Madrid. They've been scoring for fun recently. 5 against Leganes, 6 against Galatasaray, another 4 against Iba. They are now on a scoring form these days. What's happening with them? Because I see you guys are level on points now, so this is going to be tougher than you expected. Because Real Madrid now are beginning to score goals for fun. So what do you think?
Yeah, they are doing well for themselves, to be honest. I think there was little talk about crisis one time with the hosts. Then I think they lost to Mallorca. But since then, they've turned it around. Like, even Courtois is keeping clean sheets. Like,
surprisingly.
all of a sudden. Surprisingly. Benzema is scoring, Ramos is scoring, they are defending properly. But I think this Valverde boy has come into their own team. Yeah. Where Barcelona are praying that we should lose Valverde, Real Madrid have got their own Valverde that has come to, you understand, to make them better. Yeah. You understand? Then Isco cannot even get into the squad now. Kudos to them, they are doing well. I feel, for me, I want competition. I want Real Madrid to have a good season. I want them to push us because most times when we win the league, people tend to overlook it and just downplay it like, it's Barcelona, they will win. But it's not easy when you win, no matter how you understand. Juventus have won their league for 7-8 seasons. People, when you look at it, you think it's not easy. So I want them to be very good competition. I want them to, obviously I don't want them to win, but they should do. I like that they're doing better. So it keeps everybody on their toes. Yeah,
there was this talk yesterday. Real Madrid got to penalties. Obviously Hazard won one of the penalties for Real Madrid. And there was this talk that Hazard should be given the penalties to play. What do you think about that? Because I feel obviously Hazard should have taken one of them, not actually both of them. Being the fact that he's one of their star players and he needs goals. He's creating chances. Why is it funny?
Tega is funny because if he needs goals, he should go and score goals. I don't understand.
He obviously would have scored yesterday if not for the penalty that he got for Real Madrid. So he's doing his best. But I understand why people will say that, okay, they have a dedicated penalty taker, Sergio Ramos, fine. But Benzema obviously should be giving some of his penalties to Hazard because obviously he played penalties at Chelsea and he was scoring them for fun. So it's not like it's not Rashford or Martial that give them penalties and they'll miss. So I don't know what you think about that.
I find it hilarious, really. It's very hilarious because why do we have to give it to him? Why do we have to give it to him to play? Why are they not giving Bill or Cruz or Marcelo? Can't they play penalties too? So why Hazard? Why should they give it to Hazard?
Of course, it's their galactical signing. So when Ronaldo came into Real Madrid, everything changed.
Listen. He's not Ronaldo. He's not going to get half of the goals Ronaldo got. Jovic is there. He's not also scoring. He's a striker. Strikers need goals, but you don't see anybody crying out. I understand this sentiment, but Real Madrid is not Chelsea. They are bigger than Chelsea. Ronaldo is different. You are not Ronaldo. You are not going to score half the goals Ronaldo scored. So why should they give you the penalty? You want to score penalty. You want to score goals. Create goals yourself. You didn't score anything. I think it will score. It will score, Tega. But on that penalties, I don't support it. If you have someone like Messi, yes, Messi is the kind of person that can give you penalties to play. He did it when he has done to Suarez, he has done to Coutinho, he has done it to Neymar. I think he will do it too with Griezmann at some point. But everybody is not generous like him. So Ramos wants to score goals. You think Ramos doesn't love scoring goals?
Yeah, Liverpool, Manchester City, we are in the Premier League now. I think Manchester started the game on better. They were creating chances and Liverpool took their first real chance they had and scored. Same thing happened again. They took their second real chance and scored. I think it's kind of... I don't know what you felt about the game because for me, I think that first goal should not even have counted because of, what is VAR doing? I don't want to even talk about VAR because anytime I think about VAR, I just get angry. Even thinking about the one that happened to Tottenham on Saturday. Well, remove VAR now. This referees, they should be getting these calls right. How do you feel about Liverpool's performance against Man City? And do you finally agree now? Williams is not here, but do you finally agree now that this league is theirs to win?
Oh, it's theirs to win. They've been top since the beginning of the season. I think it's theirs to win. I still don't see them winning it though.
That's serious. It's just because your love for Guardiola, but
I still feel Plus, I still feel Liverpool will struggle at some point. They are going to go through crisis at some point. So let's see. 9 points now. There's still lots of football to play. It's just early November. Yeah, so let's see. The first goal should not have stood, in my opinion, because number one, I felt the ball clearly hit Trent's hand. It also hit Bernardo's hand, so maybe that cancels the case of it should have been a penalty for Manchester City. But from that play, after the ball hits Trent's hand, they go forward to score. I feel VAR should bring it back and rule it off. That's how I see it. Because the rule is that if there's a handball in the build-up to the goal, then it should be cancelled. Because after the handball, Liverpool made only one pass before the goal. Mane took the ball, ran, he crossed it, then Manchester City tried to clear it before the goal. So I felt they should have ruled it out. Then there was also another incident with Trent again and Sterling where he clearly hit his hand again and it was completely waved up. But see, these English referees, they simply are not just good enough, which is funny because VAR was brought in to make their job
better,
easier and better. And I've never seen a Premier League referee going to the touchline screen to review a decision. It's absurd. It's ridiculous, Tega, really. Yeah. I've never seen that.
I think it's a Premier League thing where they check the VAR footage from their I don't know the what's position. I said their main room or their video headquarters where the footage is coming from. So that's where the VAR referee is and checks it.
It's true, but ultimately the referee should
have the final say. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and we've seen, come on, VAR has been used in La Liga. It's been used in Serie A also. And we've seen cases of referees going to the pitch to look at and make their decisions. You understand? So I've never seen it in the Premier League. They've just been making a whole mockery of the whole thing, to be honest. But VAR aside, I think City were not just clinical enough. Aguero missed a couple of chances, which was very uncharacteristic of him because he's somebody that normally in the big games always... But I think he has never scored at Anfield. So I think that one was a factor. Liverpool deserved the win. Good for them. They played better. They defended properly. Trent and Robertson. So even Henderson, he got an assist for just so. To be fair to them, they're having lots of injuries to many of their key players. And when you have a team and you take one to Laporte was out. Henderson was out. You understand? So those are fundamental parts of their play, and so once they're out, it's always going to be an issue. But I see them bouncing back too.
Yeah, for me, I don't see how Man City regains this. Obviously, Man City, they are not third on the league. Chelsea,
they are fourth.
They are actually fourth. Chelsea is Liverpool, Leicester City, Chelsea, then Manchester City. But going back to this VAR issue, it's just the fact that EPL, they are feeling they are more superior to every other league in the world, because VAR was used in the World Cup. It went well. This same VAR is being used in other leagues and there's no complaints, but EPL, there's always one issue or the other. I mean, even yesterday, it took them up to 4 minutes to cancel Tottenham's Sheffield United goal against Tottenham. But it didn't take them 10 seconds to give Salah his goal. So I don't know, the inconsistencies do not just make sense to me. That's one thing about EPL.
I feel there's an agenda to make Liverpool win the league. People are saying that I believe it. I believe it, yes, because a lot of the refereeing decisions, if they had gone City's way, they would have called it, like that penalty, especially the second one where the ball clearly hit Trent from Sterling's ball. That one, I've seen them giving penalties for less, a lot of them in the Premier League, but they didn't even check, they didn't even stop. So, guy, we'll see. There's still a lot of football to play.
Yeah, I saw Pep Guardiola pointing to the heavens. He was even telling God, see 2 handballs. God, it was crazy. A miracle happened today. Manchester United scored 3 goals in a match. two goals. They scored 2 goals. I wanted to go watch the match, but I eventually changed my mind and decided to cook because I knew my match is boring. So I just, in between preparing my food for tomorrow's public holiday, I checked the score, 28 minutes, 2-0. I was in shock. And then I went to check the goals and I saw it was 2 very Jangolova goals. Luck were on their side today. So how do you feel about Mayu as a whole? Anyway, they won, so kudos to them. Before I don't want to rain on their parade. How do you feel on that?
I feel, guy, you are saying Jangolova goal is goal. Goal is goal. Goals win games regardless. I was surprised that they were able to score more than
1 goal. Yeah.
More than 1 goal. I was surprised, but kudos to them. They are 7th now. I think just a point below Arsenal. So good. It's not so bad. It's not so bad. Well, it's not so good too. But considering all they have been through, I think they lost their last game to Bournemouth 1-0. So it's a much needed win. It's much coupled with I think they won their Europa game too. So it's good. I think it's not so bad. It's not so bad, guy.
Speaking of so bad, Arsenal are terrible. They are worse than bad. They are worse than worse self. What's happening?
Good evening. Good evening.
What's happening at the Emirates? Because personally, I don't think they are going to sack Emery. They're almost like Barcelona. I don't see them sacking Emery at the end of until at least end of the season. So what's happening with Arsenal? Another loss to Leicester City. And
I think they've given him a vote of confidence. A vote of that popular.
It's always vote of confidence now.
It's but most times after they give you vote of confidence, they sack you though.
They sack you, yes.
A lot of time. Yeah, so I don't see them sacking him also. Guy, they are struggling, they're shambolic, they're terrible, they can't win. In the Europa League, they were winning 1-0. They managed to play the game on Wednesday night, which should have given them extra motivation. Yeah, I don't think they'll sack him. Really, they give vote of confidence normally and then maybe 2 weeks later, they sack it. But Arsenal, just like you said, they are a little bit like Barcelona. They don't just sack managers but they are shambolic. They are shambolic. They can't win to save their lives right now. They were shambolic against Leicester. Even in the Europa League, where they managed to play on Wednesday night, which should give them extra motivation to want to return back to the Champions League. They still fumble there. You understand? You can't have those players and play the way you are playing. There is no system, no style, no pattern of play. And this is the second year, Abi? This is second year, Abi.
Second year for Emery.
Yeah, for Emery.
This is the second year.
You have Aubameyang, who is the hottest, one of the best strikers in the world. You have him, and you can't score. And everybody was thinking, okay, maybe it was because of Ozil. Or start Ozil. Somebody said, start Ozil. Like, say,
no, not
you understand? you think well, really, guy, they are shambolic. They can't defend. Leicester City were brilliant yesterday. I watched the game. Leicester City played like the Arsenal before, and Arsenal played like, I don't even know what seem to classify themselves. Leicester City, and they're second now, which is very good. But Arsenal, guy, something needs to change, man. Something needs to change, and change very fast.
Yeah, for their captain, their former captain, Xhaka, who I think he might have played his last game for Arsenal. I don't know, that scenario just weird to me. A whole fan base turning on a player, and I don't know whether Emirates.
I feel they are not handling the situation well.
Exactly.
I feel they are just. It's not enough to say he's not going to play for the club again. People have done worse, man. And yes, I agree. Xhaka may have his shortcomings, but one thing we know is he has passion for the club. He loves the club. You understand? Yes, he, like I said, he has his shortcomings and he makes mistakes here and there and everything. But it should not get to this stage. And I feel like Emery has not protected him properly. Emery has just go on and throw him under the bus. Yes, Arsene Wenger would have handled this matter better. Way better. Yeah. You understand? So I don't know. It's very messy. It's very messy. He's pained that the players or the fans rather have gone from attacking him to attacking his wife and threatening his family, which is not fair and should not be done. And I don't know, I just feel the whole thing has just it's been a mess. It's been a mess. It should not get this bad.
Well, speaking on a team that has gone from bad to brilliant, Chelsea Football Club. You know, it's been It's been at the beginning of the season, it was a roller coaster of play well, lose, play well, draw, not getting the results they really wanted. But 6 wins in a row in the Premier League for the first time in, I think, 2017 or so. It's been a long time that Chelsea have had that a long run of wins in the Premier League. Also, they've been playing very well. Champions League, they had a very crazy result against Ajax, and on Saturday, a 2-0 convincing win.
They robbed Ajax, please. You are just big English. They robbed Ajax.
Obviously, they didn't rob Ajax. If you watch the match,
what do you mean? I watched the game, guy. What do you mean by
obvious? Chelsea had 2 goals disallowed, and Ajax got 2 own goals from Chelsea. That's not being robbed. They were lucky. Ajax were lucky to even end that game at 4-4.
You don't get 2 own goals if you are playing poorly. Ajax were the better team up until the point where he gave them 2 red cards,
which they deserved.
It's not deserved. Come on, man. Daley Blind should have been given a foul before he got to the red card. And then how do you give a foul, a red card, and then you give a penalty and give Jesus Christ, the referee was shambolic.
It was because that foul was intentional. That second one, the handball one, was actually intentional. You could see clearly the player moved his hand to the ball. So obviously that's a red card on his own, but he already had the yellow card, so they gave him the second yellow. But moving away from that whole trouble
not to steal the shine from Chelsea. I like Chelsea. I told you, I've always been praising them on the podcast. I've always been praising Lampard. I think they have done very well. I think he has done very, very well. But what I'm saying on that, okay, let's just forget about. They've been good, Chelsea. Really, I like them, and I think they are showing up their defense now, and so it's good. Pulisic is coming well. Abraham is still scoring. Willian is even improving. Yeah, and then the youth players, Emerson and Reyes. What's the name of that guy?
Reyes James.
So the future is bright. I'm not surprised. I said it from the beginning, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah, they said Chelsea is in danger of being like, we're normally one of the most hated teams in England. Everywhere, Chelsea is always hated. There's always an agenda, like Murray said. There's always an agenda against Chelsea. Now, almost everybody likes Chelsea, which is fun to see. Kudos to the team. They are playing attacking football and they are playing well. So that's all you can ask for as a Chelsea fan, just to see your team performing. And James had Zaha in his back pocket for 90 minutes. It was just amazing. And you see all these teams, the nice things about the amazing thing about victory for Chelsea is that all these teams normally give Chelsea problems. Crystal Palace, Burnley, Wolverhampton. Some of the teams we've beaten this season, last season and seasons before, Conte's time and Sarri's time, we always struggle against them, but this season we are beating them comfortably. So that's even more impressive to me.
More credit to Lampard.
Yeah, let's speak about a league we don't normally talk about, Bundesliga. Bayern Munich sacked their coach, played Borussia Dortmund, and ended up winning convincingly 4-0 with Lewandowski scoring again. So Lewandowski now has virtually scored in every single game in the Bundesliga, and in every single game he has Champions League. I mean, for me, I feel there's no better centre forward in the world than Lewandowski. What do you think about that opinion?
I think you're spot on. Correct, 100%. Guy, that kind of consistency is scary. I think only Messi has that. Only Messi that has seen that kind of consistency. Do you know what it means to score in every? See, Tega, if you play monkey in front of your compound, you will score in 21 games. It's madness, I swear. But you're scoring in professional football every game, and sometimes you score 2. I think he has 16 in the league, and 6 in the Champions League, and I think he has a couple in their cup games. So it's nice to see, really, because I like Lewandowski, and the consistency is scary, but it's good. It's good. So I hope he keeps it up.
Bayern, they are a team that at the beginning of this season they played Tottenham. Not even at the beginning. Let's say, I don't think it's up to 2 months ago where they played Tottenham, and they ended up beating Tottenham blue black, and they still sacked their coach even when it was just a one-off result when they lost. They even had a man down. Who do you think can replace Niko Kovac? Now, who do you think is the best coach to replace him?
I think Arsene Wenger, there have been talks about Wenger going back there, but we are still waiting on news for that. But I don't know. I think they will come up with something. That club, they are a club that they know what they want. They don't just make. I don't think they sack the guy because of that one-off game. I think they are not first in the league. They are struggling to win games. You understand? They are struggling to win games. They are not playing the way they should be playing. So I think they've pulled the plug and they will settle down and come up with somebody. I don't know, but I feel I want Wenger to go there personally because I like Wenger and I want to see him back coaching. So at least I can start following the German league very well when Wenger goes.
But for me, I don't think I really see Wenger ever managing again. I feel he's someone that will just sit in a box, maybe as a director of football or something related. But it's going to be a fun development to actually see what happens with Bayern Munich. Nigeria now under 17. They crashed out in this second round to Netherlands. I think it was a very expected result for me personally, because why I said that is because if you look at that Ajax team, they have players from Chelsea, they have players from Ajax. I'm sorry, if you look at that Netherlands team rather, they have players from Chelsea, they have players from Ajax, they have players from some of these top clubs, even from Liverpool, and those players are young or players that they're already like integrated into the senior team of some of these top European nations. So, was there any miracle you saw that maybe you thought they played well and they could have just maybe ended up still winning the game?
I didn't watch the game, so I don't know. I didn't really follow the Under-17 World Cup, to be fair. But I heard Netherlands were just too good for the squad. But I also heard there were talks about the Nigerian squad not picking the best possible team. And favoritism and all that. They were accusing the coach and all that. Living at the round of 16 is always going to be a disappointment. So hopefully we'll do better next year or another time.
Favoritism is always an issue in Nigeria, I think. So it's not a one-off problem. It always happens even in the public sector. But I think this under-17 personally is what Nigeria is always used to winning all the time, under-17. But but I think for the past couple of 2-3 years now, they started picking players that are actually under-17. And now we are beginning to see that if you don't put old men, then there's a big quality gap between Europe and the Nigerian players. If you don't put the old men who already have strong bones, you begin to see that there's actually Nigeria has a long way to go. So hopefully,
I don't even think it's just Nigeria. I think it's Africa. For most of these African countries, really, because for the Europeans at 3 or 4 years old, they're already in the academy learning how to play football, learning how to kick the ball, learning how to run, how to defend as a team, how to pass, how to shoot, how to keep away. 16, 17. 12 years, right? Thinking of how to pass WAEC and pass junior WAEC and study French and study Yoruba. So difference in class. Yes, now I did Yoruba for 4 years in school. I was in Delta State, but I studied Yoruba. You understand? So some people did Igbo.
I did Igbo.
So the focus and the preparation is different. So that's why often when it comes to the senior team, and they are always miles ahead of us.
Yeah.
Always miles ahead of us. So a lot of things need to change if we are to close the gap between us and the Europeans.
Yeah. Hopefully things get better with Nigerian football. I think we are seeing the senior team is actually improving. So they're
doing good right now.
Yeah, so from the senior team, I hope things start getting better, going downwards to the junior levels. In extra time, lots of things have happened online. We know we like to delve into different topics. So briefly, we'll just talk about some of the things that have trended recently on Twitter or on social media. First was the whole Oloni, Jaruma, whatever incident about jazz. People women using jazz to trap guys. I don't understand when that became a trend, because I see lots of not to join the bandwagon, because somebody I don't follow all this stupid things. But passively I see people always saying things about men are this, men are that, men are this. But at the same time, people also trap
men as come.
Yeah, exactly. So and are these the same people that are also trapping men with juju? What's happening?
Tega, if you ask me, who are going? No, the trend. To be honest, the trend actually surprised me. I found it funny, and it was weird because, and most of the what do I call it now? Most of the submissions that came, they were from white women. They're not from Nigerians. I don't think they were from Nigerians or Africans. I think they're couple, but it's funny because I don't know why people will have to go to. Why will you have to go to the length of it just reeks of low self-esteem, really. If you have to use jazz to trap somebody or to make somebody love you or be with you, then guys, fucked up. It's
crazy.
It doesn't even make it's crazy. It's ludicrous.
Yeah. Anyways, it's terrible. So I saw a tweet, I think by one of these popular influencers, when they said is this still red or is it period blood? And I just burst into I just burst into laughter. It's just crazy. May God help. Anyways, I've been cooking my own food for like 4 or 5 months now, so nobody can use period. Nobody can use period.
Apart from that, growing up, I've always been. No, I'm not saying this now because of the whole stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just feel it's not going to happen to me. So God will protect me. But personally, I'm always very careful about where I eat and the people's food that I eat. So I know they carry the chop. Plus, I'm very selective with my own food too.
Yeah.
So apart from that, so I like cooking food for myself. Everybody, that's why when you are young, they tell you learn how to cook. So girls use food to make yanga for you or to give you something to chop.
Exactly. On a very serious topic now, I saw something that was trended, which was Genevieve's movie, The Lionheart. Was submitted Nigeria's first ever submission for the Oscars, and it got disqualified, which I feel, not to jump on our everything against. There's always one agenda against Nigeria. There's no agenda against Nigeria. The category for me strictly said it must be in the category is for non English movies, and I've seen a Canadian movie rejected before. There are so many countries that have had their movie rejected, even Israel, for speaking English. Even some of the Canadian movies, I went to check to do a little research, and some Canadian movies that have won that award were not even speaking English, they're speaking Hindi. So what do you think about the decision? Because for me, I feel it's fair, and it will make Nigerian filmmakers kind of change the way if they want to apply for Oscars or whatever, they need to start thinking of a way to incorporate indigenous languages to their filmmaking. So what do you think about the whole thing? Or do you think maybe there's an agenda against Genevieve that she actually did not deserve to get disqualified?
I feel many things about the whole situation. First and foremost, on first glance, I thought they were being unfair. You understand? Because I think the reason was it had so much English in it.
Yeah.
Well, English is our first language, you understand. But on second thought, I thought if you actually needed movies that spoke English, or they speak English. I don't know how to speak that language. Yeah, if they needed that, I don't think Lions had to be in reckoning, because I'm sure they'll be. I'm sorry, way better movies. You understand? Way better movies. Yeah. So I don't think there's an agenda. I feel there's a process and there are rules that they are following, and I think it's clear for everybody to see. So the people that submitted the Lions Act in the first place, they are the ones that should be held accountable, because they clearly did not read the instructions. That's what I feel. Because if you had read the instructions, you will have looked for something else to go. But that notwithstanding, the Oscars is an English award. You understand? Mm-hmm. You don't need to win. You don't need to win it before your work is validated or you feel you've accomplished. Lions Heart was an incredible movie. Yeah. I didn't really resonate with the movie like that, so let me not lie, because when I watched it, I was not happy with it.
The storyline of what? Yeah.
It was basic. It was very basic. I have seen, and this was when Nollywood was very poor. I'm talking about the times of, I don't know, but I've seen better Nigerian movies, but it got the recognition, or it was suggested to be nominated. It wasn't even nominated, it was suggested to be nominated. Submitted, yeah. So it's good. They should. Netflix bought it, which is huge. I think she made a lot of money from that.
From it, yeah.
Yeah, so you don't need to win. I mean, see Leonardo, for example. He won the Oscars just, wasn't it 2 or 3 years ago, after many brilliant movies. Yeah, sure. So it should not be an issue. They rejected it. Their reason seems fair. So for Nollywood as a whole, going forward, we will know the direction to look. If you are making your movies to get that kind of recognition, you know what to do, and so it's not so bad.
Yeah. Anyways, for Lionheart, I feel the cinematography was what really sold the movie. The storyline was just day in, day out. It wasn't anything exceptional. There's not anything we've not seen before. But the cinematography, the way it was shot, was actually exceptional.
I think that.
Yeah. Maybe they should have submitted the movie for best movie. It will even make the cut. So if they actually wanted to submit the movie, maybe best movie or something else that is not based on indigenous language. Lastly, on extra time, Twitter CEO Jack and some of his teammates or team lead, some of the leaders at Twitter came to Nigeria this weekend, and it was fun. It was fun for most people to see what happens behind on Twitter and how everything is done. And at the end of the day, they had a town hall meeting on Saturday, and they offered a job to the guy who made quoted replies, the popular Twitter bot where you just put quoted replies and you say your tweets and who actually quoted your tweets. I think it's a good one. It's really fantastic. It just makes people know that you just need to keep working hard, and your works, anything you do is not being. So one day you'll get the recognition you deserve. I guess I think that's one of the key things to take away from it. And you should just keep working. Opportunity means reward. Or what's that popular saying they always say? What do you think about that whole situation?
Well, I was happy for the guy. It's a remarkable achievement. I'm sure when he started doing it, he never in his dreams thought that he'll get a job. He's big guy. That guy is made for life. As it is, made for life. He can never suffer again in his life. Yes. And on the stuff that I created, I actually did not know it was Nigerian. I think until recently. No, I knew before Jack offered him the job. The stuff is incredible. Because before then, it's something that I've thought of before. I'm not into making technology and all those things. But I thought of seeing all the people that have quoted a tweet before. Yeah. And so for him to notice that and be able to bring something, and the way once you put that quoted replies on a tweet, it replies very fast, so it's almost automatic and very accurate. So it's a nice invention and a brilliant opportunity for him, and I wish him all the best.
Anyways, on that good note, we end this episode of the Viewing Center podcast. It's been fun. Once again, coming back to talk about football and different topics all around the world. Oris, thanks for joining me once again on the show.
Yeah, thank you. And to those that would listen and those that listen and those that tweet at us, that message us asking about the podcast and asking for the new episodes, and basically the supporters, we are grateful, entirely grateful. And also we'll be looking to be having a couple of people on the show, so we'll be tweeting about that, so just keep you posted. So at least you come and join me and Tega here and talk about football with us. So yeah, thank you Tega, really.
Yeah, that would be fun to have new guests and new people come over to talk with them, sports with us. Remember to once again like this, subscribe to the show if you use an Apple phone, on Android phone, on your favorite podcast app, any podcast app you use, the Viewing Center. And the podcast is also available on 360knobs.com. Once there's a new episode, every episode is available there also. Take care of yourself, guys, and cheers.